Greetings everyone. So today we have an interesting challenge from a viewer. He sent me this, and the goal is to rewire this, right? So the reason why they want to do that, it's because they don't want to use batteries anymore. And this happens to be a really good candidate for rewiring. Why? Well, first off, there are 3 AAA batteries in here, and these AAA batteries, let's try to get this off. Must be a broken clip. Okay, don't lose that. Okay, alright, so these batteries are around, what do we have? Oh, didn't drop it. Let's see. The voltage for these should be written on it somewhere. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be written on this. Okay, let's see what this battery has in it right now. We can start from there. So look at our multimeter. I'm probably going to put it on volts DC. So we're 20 volts DC. So that's the maximum this can ever go to. We'll never get any higher. So let's just see what this does. You know this battery is not a 20 volt battery, so that's why you can use that scale. If your multimeter has the functionality to automatically do it, then that's even better. So this battery is at 0.67 volts. It's a pretty low battery. Let's try to find 3 other AAA batteries and wish me good luck with that. Then we can test it, see if it works. Alright, so get bad news and good news. What do you want first? Alright, great. I'll give you the bad news. Bad news is I don't have AA batteries, not AAA batteries. Sorry, these are AA's. AA's. Right there. Good news is, this battery spec is online. Right here. You can see it is a 1.5 volts battery. And it's got 10-year shelf life. Not bad, right? So what we know is that it's got 3 batteries, right? So the sum of voltage for all of these will be 1.5, 3, 4.5 volts. So this makes for a great candidate to be powered by the USB standard. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to convert this to USB. We're going to use one of these connectors that most people have just extras hanging around. It's just a regular old USB. It's got 4 pins, really important. You look in there, there's 4 pins. I'm going to look for one with 4 pins only. And this is the output. We're going to see if we can adapt this to use with a, you can plug it into like a USB hub. So first thing I'm going to do, we got to try to figure out, we're going to go in good faith that this actually works. And we're going to have to figure out a way to like power this using the power supply, desktop power supply. So let's think about it for a second. So the benchtop power supply, it's a little hard to see because of the glare, but it's set to 5 volts DC as the output, and we want to see if we can kind of power these lights. It has a remote also, so we'll see what we can do, right? I was thinking, since if you look right here, you can see that this board along the bottom right here, the way these are connected, they're connected to increase the sum of voltage, because you have negative, positive on this side, positive, negative on this, negative that side, negative, positive on that side, right? So they're wired to increase the voltage, and I think we can do this. We can just go like negative on this here, because there's a board here that'll go right into the controller, right? And I should just go like this. Right here is going to be positive. That circle. I should just touch that with this. Famous last words, huh? Maybe I have to turn it on. Oh, this has to be pushed down probably. Oh, nope, that's just a button. Really don't know anything about these lights. On. On. Come on. That's not good. Okay, let's try this side. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is the negative. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Okay. So just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting tricked by my desktop power supply. So I attached a multimeter to it, checked the volts DC. You can see it right here. I'm at 4.86 volts. So it's close to 5. You can see that's at 5. So what we have is output voltage. So I just connected the leads to the multimeter. So we're good there. We just got to figure out how to power this thing. Or is it even working? So I feel kind of silly. Took a little closer look. Lucky for us, the manufacturer has a clear case on this. You can see right here on this side here, there is the tab that goes into the controller board on this side. Over here, there's nothing. This is just this piece right here and this piece are all part of this collection of just circuitry to try to build up the voltage, right? And if you look closely, there's a wire right here. You see that? I didn't see that at first. I thought it was just like a manufacturing shenanigans. But anyway, that dumps to right there. So I say this is going to be the positive side. So we should put power there on the positive and power on the negative over here, and it should light up. Want to wager? I don't know. I'm a betting man. I'm feeling confident right around now. So let's see. So we should be able to go. And the reason why I know it's positive, it's hard to see, but there's a silhouette of the battery. Yeah, I see it right there. Yeah. It's encased to help you see the proper orientation for the battery, and it's also labeled. So, alright, so we're going to put negative on this side, or ground. Alright, and this side over here, where this tab is, this should be negative. Oh, come on. Why don't you want to work? Hope you didn't lose any money. Can I do that? Is it this? It's not looking promising, is it? Felt like we're on the right page. Oh, I see something. Did you see that? Right there. So it comes on. Here, I'll try to kill the lights. Something happens when I push the power. See that? Something comes on, but I don't know. It doesn't stay on. What's the problem? What does that mean? There's something else wrong with the controller. This is why I really need to like get batteries to properly test this. Okay. All right. Well, we know we have power. Successfully get into the motherboard, the controller board in here. I just don't know how this works. It doesn't seem to be staying on, so I don't know. So it kind of suck. So I jammed a razor blade in here so I can like, you know, not fumble around with it. But look what I noticed. That right there keeps the lights on. So this has to be depressed. Now here we go. I'm wondering if we're dealing with like a button that's failing. Okay, so we know it works, right? So let's just start the disassembling process and rewire this to see if we can get that powered differently. Right, so I'm going to do a couple things. We're going to take this USB wire here. We'll talk about the anatomy of it, right? So USB wires have this style with the 4 pins. It's hard to see in my camera quality. I can only give it so far. The 2 outside are positive and negative, and then the 2 on the inside are going to be the data positive, data ground, right? And we want to keep this side because we're going to plug this into a USB block, and then we're going to feed this to power that, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is going back, we're going to cut this off. Let's cut it here. I chose this far away so I can save it to use it for another project, you know. Alright, and we should have 4 wires in here, so let's see. I'll kind of strip this. Okay. We got a lot of wires in here. Alright. So we got to take some time to figure out if we can. What can we do to isolate these wires? I'm sorry, we didn't get to the wires. Looks like we were just it was just a sheet on the outside. Not that they're all separate. Hopefully it's not grounded on the outside. It might be. So this might be ground. Let's see. No, not really. I think it's just insulation. Okay, there we go. So I see 4 wires. That's what we want. Can you see that? Oh man, lighting's so terrible. All right, let's pull this back a little bit more so we can have more to work with. Okay, great. So now we are. This is much more manageable. Yep, there you go. These are our 4 wires. And most likely the black is going to be ground, because this is America. And this red one's going to be the power. So we're going to figure that out right now. Let's see if we can kind of strip these back. Such a small gauge, it's hard to strip. A little. Alright, so this might not be the right tool for this. Yeah. I don't even know what that does. Alright, let's see if the Irwin does a better job. I want to get a little bit more. Just like that. I don't remember. Yep, let's see. That's how that works. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle the smaller gauge wire, or it's larger, right? Yeah, larger in number. Larger the number, the smaller the wire. Yeah, that works way better. Wow, check that out. Okay, so we're guessing right now. I'm guessing it's going to be the black and the red, because we need to check and see for right, because these are the ones that are going to power our power the light. That's great. Irwin wins. Look at great. Get what you pay for. Alright, there you go. So we're going to check the continuity now, right? We need to see if we have continuity on on those 2 outside pins. Let's see if it matches up to those. And to do that... Alright, so we are... going to put our multimeter. I had to change the multimeter out because I wanted to get smaller leads to get inside of here. And we're going to put the multimeter in this continuity, and we're going to resistance check, but we're going to put the audio on. So that way, so it's going to, that's what we have. This will just give us a little audio representation if when we have continuity. And other than that, you can also look at the multimeter. Alright, so we've checked the leads. Okay, so we have continuity, right? We have a functional multimeter. We want to get in there. When I say that, can't really see much, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so on the outside, right, in here, Let's see. Okay, so we're good. We know that black one is, should we mark it? Yeah, I think we should. Alright. So we know that this side here, this side's the black side. The ground side. And then if we go in here, just gonna get on the outside pin. A little hard to get at. There you go. This red only should. Sorry. Excellent. Perfect. Black doesn't. Continuity on the red. Okay, perfect. So the red's on this side, the black's on that side, and red and black are the wires we're going to use. Alright, so let's double check, make sure this is what we're going to power this with in the future. It looks like somebody got a little hot. I'm sure this is fine. Anyway, so plug that in, right? And we should see 5 volts. So turn that on. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. And then put that there, that there. There we go. We got 5.06 volts. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly how much we need to power that, and we know that the red and black wires are the wires that carry the current, so we can move forward. Alright, so this is what we got, right? We wired this up, and we got the ground on this side of the controller board and a positive on this side, and what happened is it's being powered, right? So this is the 5 volt conversion that's happening, and let's take a look at the lights, right? So this is that button's gonna, see? Oh, that's on. So we've got power now, right? So you can see that this has a remote. You gotta point it somewhere. There's an IR signal in here that's being received, most likely that black box there. And then you can adjust all kinds of things. So we know that that's going to work, right? I'm going to show you exactly how you have to solder this together to complete this circuit. We're going to piece it together so it's really nice. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see how I adjusted how I attached. I'm trying to get something to point at. 1 second here. Okay, so if you look right here, you'll see that I just kind of soldered onto the negative. Right here onto that, and then on this side over here I soldered on the positive. I'll give you a better shot. Alright, so you can see it now. It's going to be a lot better, a lot clearer. So you have the negative here and the positive over there. I just kind of solder it on, call it a quits. Real easy to do. So we're going to do the final piece together so we can get it nice and neat. So we got to strip this back some, and we're going to do that. Let's see what we got. So this is our new wire, and here we go. Just kind of pull this back a lot. Okay. So we gotta give ourselves a lot of room to work with, because we're gonna go, this is our final design, so it needs to come in. It's to kind of come in, spread out, yeah, so we're gonna need more. So let's get some more. Let's just double check. Right here, there. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, we're gonna stop there, and we're gonna go like this now. Peel back the black and the white. Gotta use the Irwin. So the black and the red. Sorry about that. That just totally cut that off. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, I gotta be careful because this is just too aggressive. And be a little light. Yeah, I could use a lighter. It's okay. Let me try this some more. Alright, so I'm gonna just kind of pull that off. Nah, I'm just butchering this, am I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end up using a lighter on this. It's just the gauge is too. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. The wire gauge is too thin, and it's just too aggressive. So, all right. So we are gonna use this lighter trick. It's old technique, but it's kind of heat it up. And you like get a piece of cloth and you just can like pull on it real quick like that. Yeah, that works too. You are savage. So savage.
So the clips, I was like, oh, I should go get my lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's like?
So. It's too slow. So basically we just kind of melted it off the sheath. So let's double check. Yeah, there's nothing on there anymore. Okay, that's all melted off. Alright, we're gonna have to kind of cut this back some more. Maybe? I don't know. It's a small drill small hole right here. And we need to come in a little bit lower because remember the case doesn't close well, so we'll come in, I don't know, thinking like, yeah, we'll come in like right here. Just so that can close, yeah, that'll do it, so. This drill bit's 5/32, just trying to get a reference point. Alright, so we'll use that hole, right? We'll take that hole and we'll feed it through here. Let's see if that's wide enough to pull through the bigger. I don't want to get too wide. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. There you go. So now that's fed through like that. We're going to go ahead and solder these up now. The first thing we want to do is we want to tin this wire. It's going to make it easier to do that. To do that. Just want to kind of hold it right there. Alright, So we need to tin these wires. And when you tin, what happens is the solder flows into the wire and you get a better connection, but also it allows for you to stick easier together onto the other soldered surface. So, there we go. So there might be junk on this wire. It's not sticking to them well, so that tells me that there's still some we still got to clean off this wire. They have probably some plastic on them. See if that makes a difference. Let's try to tin this red wire. Not doing well with it. Okay, so we gotta think about something else. I don't think I can pull off the wire with the... Yeah, let me see, maybe I can just solder it. Let's just go right in. See if it can, if it'll hold. Come on. Come on. It's putting up a good fight, but it's gonna get done. Alright, so that's not gonna work because the plastic got burnt off. It's like coating the wire. So we gotta take our time and just remove this coating without the burning it off. Alright, so you can see what we did here, right? You can see how much more silver the wire is, right? I'm going to give you an example how to do this. So when you squeeze down on this, right, you see you can push the trigger all the way down, but don't do that, right? Just kind of be very light. So watch, here's an example. So you're going to go in like here, right? I'm pushing really, really lightly, right when it starts to grab and pull, and then I can tell that it just made a quick incision. And then at that point, I can just go like that. See? So that's how you want to do it if it keeps cutting off the wire. All right? All right, we're going to tin this now. Let's see if we get any difference. So, it should tin a lot better now. There you go. So it's like sticking to it now. There you go. So now we have the wire tinned. It's going to stick a lot easier on the other side. So. Go. Now the wire's tinned. So it's so much better. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. Alright, so we're good. See how like silvery that is? That's going to give us nice good connection. Right here. There you go. So, build this up again. Minimize the break-off point of this. Nice. That's an excellent collection. So I got it all plugged in. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and back it off so you can see. Okay, so hold that button down. There you go. So we're good. We've got power. It works. Okay. Alright, so at this point, right, we want to do something to try to help the wires not get torn out if there are any tension guts on it. So what we want to do is just take a hot glue gun and we're going to just kind of coat all around the wire here. Get a nice big wad. There you go. Hold that in there. What that will do is just kind of prevent the wire from easily being pulled out. Alright, so let's just give it a good tug. So the wire is really stuck in there quite well, so that should help minimize any tear outs. Alright, so we're good to go. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, share it with whomever, and definitely let us know if there's something that we could have done better. Alright, so let's close this all up. So like that. Use this to kind of seal it. Okay. Plug it in. So it was 3 times around, wasn't it? Yeah, probably was. Okay, perfect. So we're good. We'll take this, plug this in. Alright, and then it should work now. Just hit that button. There you go. We have ourselves a functional light. Pretty cool, right? And then we have, get the remote so you can see. Oh well, the different settings when you click on it. Well, either way, you got it. We did it. It's done.